everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to a video, this time on the beautiful new Goutal candle collection, which we both rather like a lot.
We do. We want them all. So we thought we'd share them with you today and tell you a little bit about them.
Yeah, it's quite nice to do something that's not just an eau de toilette or an eau de femme.
Because you can perfume your house as well.
Yes.
So Goutal, obviously formerly Unique Goutal, have like repackaged all their fragrances, and so now they've come to the stage to repackage candles, but they've kind of completely changed it up. So they did used to do candles for many years. I mean, they did a few different ones, but
they've kept a couple. But just changed the name.
Exactly, just to show you what they used to look like. We've got one of the old ones here, so if you ever recognise this, they've always been in a kind of clear glass with gold, haven't they?
Yeah, sometimes they've had gold all the way down, like this one has from home, and sometimes they've just had like a clear glass with a gold band and a logo. But I quite like that.
Yeah, so what they've done is they've kept, like I said, a couple of the smells, but they've brought in a new designer to redesign the look, the glass and everything. So this guy's called Thomas Alonso. He's a Spanish designer of like interiors, furniture. He works in London now, I think, though.
He's quite, he goes for that kind of minimal Scandi type look,
yeah,
right?
It's very nice, chic, like pieces of furniture and kind of objects for your home. So I like what he's done with this collection. He's also kept the kind of DNA of the brand, and you'll see like the godrunes of the bottle in the faceting of the glass and the candles as well. So,
but I like the fact he's introduced colour.
Colour is good.
Each of the 6 candles, each of the 6 smells is a different coloured glass jar, which I think is quite nice. And
it is.
I don't know about you, but sometimes I want a candle that matches the colour of my room.
I just like one that looks nice. Sometimes I don't even burn it.
Have you one of those?
Sometimes.
I've got other friends like that who I buy them candles for like years ago and they've never liked it.
Especially if it's a very expensive one.
Just go around and pick it up and smell it.
Sometimes you can even smell them though when they're not burning, can't you?
True,
if they're really good ones. So there's 6, as we said. Let's start with the 2 that you may recognise from previous. So the first one is Un Forêt d'Or. Now it didn't used to be called Un Forêt d'Or, Golden Forest. It used to be called Noel.
Yeah, but that was kind of very Christmassy.
Very, yes, and very like not applicable to all people because not everyone celebrates Christmas. So they've changed the name.
It does smell like Christmas.
It does smell like Christmas.
Because it smells like Christmas trees.
Yeah, it smells exactly like Christmas trees.
It's a fresh piney, because it's pine needles and kind of fruits like mandarin and orange.
Yes.
So you were talking to me earlier about like hanging sort of or the tradition
dried
long time ago of hanging dried fruits on the Christmas tree.
Yeah, exactly. So it is, if you want to smell like Christmas. I usually have had the Noel one in the past, so I definitely need to get this. And I start burning this about October.
Fair enough.
In excitement for Christmas. And like we were saying, if you can't have a real tree, but you like the smell of a real tree, this is perfect.
Actually,
so,
that's really good point. Even I have to say, I bought a real tree for the first time in years last year, and I was it did smell.
Some of them don't.
I was really disappointed. It looked amazing, and I was like, I kept walking in the lounge going,
"Where's the smell?
Can't smell it."
Candle.
So I had to get one of those.
Yeah. So then the other one that you may recognise from past is in the orange glass. And this is called Un Air d'Adrian, previously Eau d'Adrian, or basically smells the same as the fragrance Eau d'Adrian.
Before we smell it, let's just point out, if we'll do a close-up on the jar and show you that there are these faceted lines, which, as Sarah was saying earlier, replicate those straight lines of the bottle, the gadroons, which is a jewellery type term, and quite a heavy weight bottom glass, which is lovely. Nice. And just really simply Goutal written on the front, which is kind of minimal branding.
It is.
So this smells so fresh to me.
I mean, like the fragrance, it has this feeling of Tuscany and citrus fruit. It's very citrusy.
It really gives me a lift. So I've actually got the room diffuser.
Yes, I have.
That they used to do in this one in now it's a different name, but it was called the Eau d'Adrian room diffuser. And every time I walk into, it's in my bathroom, but every time I walk in, I'm like, oh,
so fresh, clean smelling, isn't it? Yeah. It's meant to be like sitting under a shady lemon tree in Tuscany. Really nice. We were going to talk about the ones that go together, weren't we?
Yeah, because the thing that Goutal have now sort of started to recommend is that you burn 2 of these candles in the same room at once, like a sort of layering of a smell, which actually I really like. I don't think I've ever thought of doing that before.
Yeah.
But why not do that? Just to sort of give an extra depth to the smell. And the one that they actually recommend that you burn, in fact, let's do the Foridor one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The one that they recommend with Foridor is this one, which is un Jardin Aromatique, which is a lighter green. And this one to me smells of like a kitchen garden.
Yes, it's gorgeous. It's very like herbal, sage and basil and mint and all the kind of green fresh herbs. Like an English garden, apparently.
Yeah, so if we're in the Italian Tuscan countryside over here, and if we're at Christmas over here, we're in an English country garden here.
Yeah,
okay,
it's really green and kind of wet, isn't it?
Yeah, so for me, they probably would complement each other because this one's quite sort of fresh pine needles and citrus, and this one is those kind of herbaceous aromatics.
Yeah.
So I feel like that would go together very nicely, and they look good.
They look lovely.
So why not?
Yeah. And the one that goes really well with the Un Air d'Adrian is the red one, which is Ambre Evolupt, so a voluptuous amber. So if you imagine with Un Air d'Adrian, you're kind of relaxing under a citrus tree. With Ambre Evolupt, you are relaxing in a kind of Bedouin tent in the Middle East, in the desert at sunset.
Eating vanilla.
Eating vanilla.
It smells like vanilla to me.
Yeah, burning like resins.
Yeah, ambery,
deep, warm.
It's very, again, for me, I would burn that at Christmas time as well.
Yes, definitely.
It's very Christmassy.
And the colour is really good. That one with the green, that would look nice.
So these are quite autumnal colours, aren't they? They'd be perfect for someone for this time of year.
Yeah, but this one, is definitely the kind of richest of them all.
Okay. There's another one that's actually fairly good for sort of wintry feel, and because it's always inspired by a kind of hearth side or fireside, and that's this one down here. This one is called Bois Cendre.
Yes, so like burning wood.
Yeah, and actually it is quite smoky.
It is, and I like the way the glass is black, but it's got you can still see through it, so it's almost got that kind of ashy look to it.
It's sort of dark grey.
Yes.
And grey is so in interiors, isn't it, at the moment, and has been for a while actually. So it would be really good in kind of someone's sort of grey kitchen or something.
Very smoky and woody, but kind of bright at the same time. Yeah. Really nice. And then the last one, which is another type of garden. So this is une maison de campagne. So
that blue is fabulous.
Yes. Yeah, really nice. So this is a house in the countryside.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is meant to be more like a beautiful gîte in France in the countryside.
It's floral though,
and you've got floral notes. You've got roses in the rose garden. It's definitely the only one that's floral. So yeah, roses and also blackcurrant as well, which is quite green.
And Goutal, Annick Goutal, who is the founder of the brand, she made a fragrance called Eau de Charlotte a while ago with lots of blackcurrants in it. So
she liked that,
quite
and
rose.
Yeah, so that's really gorgeous, and the colour is also beautiful as well. So that's all 6. They're so nice. Just to give you a bit of info on the wax and what they're kind of made of, because I know some people are concerned about that. So they're 50% mineral, 50% vegetal. They need to have the mineral in there in order to get a kind of even liquefaction.
Yeah, because you want your candle really to burn all the way across and all the way down.
Yeah.
So if you didn't have that mineral wax, then
it's hard to do that with just the vegetal. The vegetal wax is rapeseed, so sometimes the waxes look a little bit yellow, like they're not a clear white. That's because of the rapeseed wax in there as well. But they have apparently a burning time of 43 to 50 hours.
Yeah, that's
so
good.
I think that's pretty good.
And they're just under £50 each, aren't they?
Yeah. And also, we haven't got one to show you, but when you do buy one, you get as a gift with purchase a beautiful gold lid. So it's like a snuffer as well as a lid. So it's faceted like the glass, and it sits on the top. And so you can use that to extinguish your candle, and you can also keep it on there just to keep the dust off the wax as well.
Actually, it's a really good idea because, you know, one of the things that I don't like about home fragrance candles is when you blow out the candle, you get that kind of sort of carbon, smoky, sooty smell. Whereas if you put the snuffer lid on top, then that contains it all. I'm just going to give you a tip as well, if you, maybe some of you know this, but make sure when you're burning these for the first time, that you trim the wick, and I would say actually always trim the wick of a candle every time you're going to light it, and B, make sure that you've got enough time to, when you're burning it for the first time, have the whole thing liquefy at the top, so that you're not just burning like it for half an hour and then blow it out. It probably needs to be a good hour or so.
Yeah, at least, because otherwise you'll start to tunnel down the middle and you'll never get to burn the wax around the edge, and it's a waste. So yeah, so really excited about those. They're not available in a huge amount of places. There's a few little independent stores, a few department stores in London, but I'll put a link below so you can have a look more about them if you want to.
Yeah, and let us know if you like home fragrance, if you have a particular candle collection that you love, if you've tried any of these or are excited to try any of these. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye.
Bye.